Hi, I'm Lisa Catalano, and this is Step by Step Sass. I created this course for people who know CSS but have not tried a CSS preprocessor yet. I know how overwhelming working on the web can be. Almost every day you hear about some new skill that you should learn to stay up to date. Every time you feel like you're getting good at one thing, you turn around and the best way to do something is completely different. I'll be honest and let you know that I really didn't want to learn Sass. I was very busy in my job creating a brand new website using back-end and front-end technologies that were somewhat new to me. I had much of the CSS already figured out when I was told that I had to use Sass. I love learning new things, but I didn't think I had enough time to learn Sass without being slowed down. I'm happy to say now that I was completely wrong. Learning Sass was really easy, and I actually grew to love it within that first day. I can't say that about very many of the web technologies I've tried to learn over the past 5 years. Sass was truly easy to pick up, and the payoff was large. So I've decided to make this class to encourage those of you who feel like you don't have enough time for another technology or skill right now to spend just a little bit of time with me to learn this valuable skill. So what is Sass? Sass stands for Syntactically Awesome Style Sheets. According to their website, Sass is a meta-language on top of CSS that's used to describe the style of a document cleanly and structurally, with more power than flat CSS allows. Sass both provides a simpler, more elegant syntax for CSS and implements various features that are useful for creating manageable style sheets. In other words, it's a preprocessor for CSS. You write your CSS in the Sass format, and what you write is compiled or generated into the standard CSS format. It allows you to write your code in a more organized and simpler way. It translates what you write into the standard CSS. There are 2 formats of Sass, and each has its own file extension. The .sass files are the older original file type. It allows you to write your CSS without any curly brackets or semicolons. The selectors and properties are distinguished by indentation. The .scss file format is more similar to regular CSS, but it adds in all the Sass helpers like indentation, variables, and more. Any regular CSS file is a valid .css file. We'll be using the .scss file format in this class. It's the easiest to get used to, and it makes it very easy to convert an existing website over to using Sass. Some of the nice things you can do with Sass are to use variables to save values that are used in many places. You can create mix-ins or extensions so you don't have to write the same code over and over again. You can nest your selectors to help organize your code. And you can create more efficient CSS for production websites. There are other CSS preprocessors that you can use besides Sass. Less is the most common alternative, and Stylus is another option that has a smaller following. It's not hard to switch over to a different preprocessor once you know one, so anything you learn in this class should translate easily to another. Sass is probably the most popular, but Less is on some large projects like Twitter Bootstrap, so you may find yourself using both in the future, or whatever the next great new thing someone comes up with. The point is that once you understand how a preprocessor works, you have that skill, regardless of the specific language chosen. Sass is written in the Ruby language, so you will need Ruby installed on your computer. However, you don't need to worry about having Ruby installed on your web server. You only need it where you will be writing your CSS. We'll talk about the installation of Ruby and Sass in the next video. I've tried to structure this class in small steps so that you either learn it all in one sitting or take it one step at a time and just focus on one new concept a day. The choice is yours. Either way, you should be able to get through this class pretty quickly. So let's get started.